What? Hello, everyone. I'm back. It's been about 2 years since I've done my last video, so I figured I'd do an up to date what I got going on in this current. I made a video of about 3 years ago, and we'll start on this side. I believe the last time I put up a video, I only had these two cyber leads, and since then I've gotten a second Sega Blast City, and so currently, right now, I have Sega Naomi running here with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Right here I have CPS 2 with Super Turbo. My favorite right here, CPS 3 with running Third Strike. And some of the boards, I believe I had these in the past when I did my last video. Some more collectible stuff I have here. Cannibal Corpse, Creature Skateboards collab they did. Pretty awesome board, album cover. And then over here I have a Mark Gonzalez board right here, which is beautiful. All OG parts, everything. One of my pride and joys. And right over here have Modded GameCube, which I've had forever. I think I updated with the Pico boot. I went the more modern format, and so it's got everything built in. Genesis running through RGB, into the retro tank, so that on my OLED right here, my 62, I get a crisp, clean image. The Neo 50. Since then, I believe what I didn't have then is I have a Taito X2 multi in here now. So currently, I'm running Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Beautiful game, especially being displayed on this OLED. It's just I don't believe it looked this nice back when it released, just because of the tech of the monitor, and just gorgeous. But I still have the Neo Geo option, where I have an extended JAMA. Oh shoot, you can't see very good here. JAMA extender, and that's the I/O, for the X2, the kick harness, and right below it I have a Neo MVS2 slot. I have a Neo SD Pro in there. The second slot I have Neo Dev Team game Radeon, because gotta have those indie Dev Team games. An RGH Xbox 360. Got all the standard, must-have cave games, all that good stuff. When I want to do JAMA 360 and run it vertical, I'll do it on my Blast, and it looks pretty awesome. But currently, this is how I have the format. Over here, I've had this forever, but since then, I believe I got a little more into the collecting of Bear Bricks, some books, game stuff, some of my NVS stuff. A few of the AES cards that I like having out. Just more MVS up here. And so we'll pull over here to the left, and my Blast City running Sega Naomi 2 hardware with a wipe high setup, so I could either optionally select the games this way, or with my cell phone I could open up a browser and load whatever game I have on the image that I have on that SD card, which is pretty awesome. So I pretty much have the entire library for Sega Naomi 1 and 2, and then Thomas Wave and some other games that are compatible with the Naomi, or they've been converted to be compatible. The PGM, I believe, also on there. Then over here I have my trusty Neo 29 that I've had for ages. I want to say maybe 15 plus years at this point. Since then, I believe I didn't have it yet, because I just obtained it the last year or two maybe. I have a 6-slot motherboard in here, which I had fully recapped. Thankfully it had no trace damage, none of that. And so I got 6 beautiful selected titles in there. On the left, my Kyotar 29 that I didn't have set up in the last video. And normally I have it set up for Tate, so I switch between this, some IGS titles, and then Neo XYX. So right now I'm running this game on here, which is pretty freaking awesome. But yeah, this still needs some work, and to point up, and Project Neon. We're all pretty familiar with this game. Excited to see what it's going to be like on the Saturn. I'm haven't ordered the cart. I don't know if it's pre-order yet, but pretty excited for that. Yeah, this is where the setup is currently. Some more skateboards. Jeremy Klein, Slick Bottom, Mark Gonzalez Crooked, Chris Markovich, Jeremy Ray collab had Jeremy Ray autograph it, as I know a bunch of the skateboards from SoCal, as that's what I did for a living growing up, and so I'm still tapped in the skateboard industry. Up here we got Miley always hanging out. These are her cat planks. She uses the candies, hops on those, and then from there jumps up and then does her thing. So that's where she gets to do her thing and overlook the arcade room and what have you, and some more decks, some autograph stuff. Got this personally autographed by Tony Hawk. Is one of my favorite skateboarders growing up. We got MJ right here, always chilling out, hanging at the arcade. What else? So this center, Cyber Leap, I also run a Mister in it, and so I'm able to swap between motherboard, like with a JAMA selector, and then I also have like a Versus connection, like a splitter that I got through, I think, Mr. Add-on some years back, and it allows me to connect both these cabs together. And so for multiplayer games that are like 3 players or more, it automatically syncs everything up, and assigning the buttons is a breeze. And so I can do Sunset Riders on that cab, 4 players across, which is pretty awesome. Ninja Turtles in Time, Ninja Baseball Batman, I believe, or something like that. That's a really cool game. At the moment, this is how I'm running it, because I've been having some guests come over that are more into these fighters. So this is what I'm currently running, but always have that option to switch back, and forth, whatever. And so it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy where the setup is currently. Don't really have much more space in here. I don't think, right, to set up another candy. Maybe if I didn't have this whole setup here with my carts and things that I have displayed, but I think this is plenty for the space and what I'm working with. I'm pretty satisfied with it. So yeah, this is the current setup. I hope you guys enjoy checking it out, and please feel free to leave some comments, some tips on what I could do to improve it, or just whatever comes in thought seeing the setup. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sure that would encourage me a little bit more to post up more frequent. I'm a little new on the YouTube thing, where I'm still noob and don't have many followers, and just it gets kind of discouraging. But I do this for the love of it, the collecting, and for my local community, my family, to get together and game it up. So being able to share this with a bigger audience on YouTube at some point that could appreciate this would be fantastic. So I'm gonna keep at it. Hopefully it grows at some point. And with that said, I really appreciate for any of you that are watching, checking it out. With that said, thank you to the people that have been doing YouTube for decades at this point, or over a decade. Like CRT Kate and Luke Moores and Modern Vintage Gamer. There's some dudes out there that I've spoken to on personal basis. This is my version, of the arcade at home setup. So with that said, I'll stop rambling on, and feel free to subscribe, comment, all that good stuff if you guys are enjoying the stuff I'm putting up. And until the next time, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.